Welcome to Boulder Rotary, the best place to be on a Friday afternoon anywhere in the world. So welcome everybody. It's a beautiful day. It's nice to have a break from the rain, and we'll see what the rest of the week brings. But I would like to call on Jerry Walsh, who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I'm going from memory here. I thought it was going to come up. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic
for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And the four-way test, if everyone would join me in the four-way test of all the things we think, say, and do. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Great, thank you, Jerry. Thank you. All right, now in Boulder Rotary, we like to welcome our guests, and so I'd like to call on Vanessa, our club secretary, who will address our guests. Welcome, Vanessa.
Hi, thanks, President Sally. So welcome to all our guests and visitors today. We're always glad that you've joined us for our Friday program. I believe we have a few guests today. So when I call on you, would you mind unmuting yourself and introducing yourself? I believe we have Dominica here today.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, I've visited you several times, and today another member of my club should be with us. Okay, good to be with you again.
Lovely, wonderful. So nice to have you here again, Dominica. And then we have Jane and Pete Hawkins.
Hello there, I'm Peter, Stephen's father.
Hi, Peter.
Special invitation to participate today. Thank you for letting us join in. We're in Atlanta.
Oh, lovely. That's probably wet. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoy your program. I'm sure you've seen it before though, right?
Oh, I haven't.
Well, great. It's new to everybody. Thank you so much. And then Linda Jones.
Hi.
Oh, great.
Let's see. Oh, my picture's not coming up. Sorry. Yeah, I'm here for the first time to represent Agile International. We're a small nonprofit serving Longmont and Boulder, and with now a focus in Africa, in Mali.
Fantastic. I'm so glad you were able to join us today.
Yes.
I hope you enjoy the program.
Yes, we're excited about eventual membership. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda. And once again, we have Chuck from Seminole Lake Rotary. Are you here again, Chuck?
Yes, this is Friday. It must be Meet the Press. I think NBC is going to be after you, Sally, for that. Anyways, it's always great to be here and know what's going on in Boulder.
Wonderful to have you again. It's really great. Thanks so much, Chuck. And thank you to all our guests and visitors who have joined us today. I hope you really enjoy the program. Back to you, Sally.
We also have one final visitor, Darren Hands, who's coming to us as president of the Plimpton Rotary Club in Plymouth, England.
Oh.
Hi, everyone. Dominica's invited me. Dominica comes to my club quite often, and she's been trying to get me to come along to your meeting for the last few weeks. So great to be with you guys.
Fantastic. So glad you could join us.
All right, well, thank you, Vanessa, and welcome to all our guests. And when I mentioning before, it was the best place to be anywhere in the world, and apparently we're drawing people far and wide. So welcome to everybody. Thank you. Okay, now we have some announcements, and I'd like to start with Chad Stam.
Thanks, Sally. As Daryl alluded to in the opening credits of today's show, we did have to cancel last week's motor movie. the meteorologists here with the Rotary Channel, in conjunction with our partners at NOAA, had to make a decision to cancel the event because of the weather. And I'm glad we did, because otherwise we would have had to have stopped the movie an hour into it, because it did indeed pour at the movie site. So what we're doing is looking to reschedule for later in the summer. We're likely going to be showing the same film. Everything is going to be the same, just the date is going to change. So stay tuned as we get that nailed down, but it's probably going to be sometime in July or August.
Hey, thank you, Chad. Thank you. And now Marty Evans has an announcement, and she was in the newspaper today.
Well, I don't know if it's an announcement, but I guess it's an announcement, it's an update. It's about an idea that was really formed in a breakout session on March 26th. Meryl Gostrom had read something from Terry Leichert's mother, and Terry was the young woman who for 30 years bagged groceries at King Soopers. And out of that came the idea of a scholarship, and out of that, knowing how much she was a great fan of the marching band, there's now a fully endowed scholarship in her name. And this was written up in the front page, actually, article Wednesday at the Camera. I learned from the College of Music people yesterday that right now it's at 31,000. It needed to be 25,000 to be fully endowed. The first student recipient will be identified fall of this year, marching band, and then that will, $1,000 will go into that student's tuition in January. The other people really that are kind of in their own ways heavily involved with this would be Meryl and Cinda Collins Arsenault, because of their involvement on a board, which is the Association for Community Living, and it's supporting of families with special needs students. So there's a lot of support out there for Terry in a variety of ways. Different members at the meeting today have reached out and commented to us about that article and about the scholarship. So it's something that is to me, it brings a smile in a really sad situation. So thanks, Sally, for the time just to give a shout out to, you get an idea and you make it happen, and here we go. So I'm very, very grateful for that and appreciate the family's support and saying, yes, that's a good thing to do. So thanks.
Thank you, Marty. And as you said, Rotary's People of Action, and we met on that day to just talk about grief in our community after the violent gun deaths that happened here, and obviously Terry was one of them. And it's that idea came out of that, and you all made it happen. So wonderful, and thanks for sharing that all with us, Marty. Really good work. Good work. All right, and now I'd like to call on Cassidy Murphy. So what we have together, we've put together something called the Homecoming Committee. So we're trying to get us all back in person. And with that, we kind of have some challenges, and we want to know what your thoughts are. So Cassidy?
Thanks, Sally. And thank you, and Kitty to Kiefer and Fred and all the other people who are working on the logistics of bringing back in-person meetings, which technically has been a little difficult, but we're still working on it. And one of the steps is to get an idea of how many people might be interested in meeting in person. So we put together just a very quick poll. I'm going to put it up right now. And if you wouldn't mind just answering one of the questions, there's only one question, just give us an answer and we will move forward. We are hoping that we will at least have meetings with some people. We would call it a hybrid meeting. That would be some people in person, some people virtually, and the speaker either in person or virtually. And then eventually going back to full in-person meetings. And I'm seeing some of you answering the poll, and if you're a guest, you're welcome to answer the poll because we ask guests this stuff too. I will give it probably a minute. Oh, look at you guys, you're going for it. Mike would have a joke here about polls. I don't have any poll jokes. I apologize for that. All right. I'm going to give it 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Thank you guys. I think we're there.
All right. Thank you so much, Cassidy, for running that for us today. And again, you know, it seems like it would be easy, right? We should just go back in person, but the regulations are still a little bit, because we're a large group, it's not quite as easy as we'd like it to be. So we're working on it and we're trying to make it happen. So thanks for working with us today on that poll. Okay, and now we're gonna go back to NCW because she has a red to blue.
Yes, thank you, President Sally. And thank you, Stephen. It was an amazing presentation. I really enjoyed it. So today, for Membership Moment, red to blue badge is James Williamson. Are you on, James?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay, good, great. Welcome. And James has been a member since November 13th, 2020. His sponsors are Danny Lindau and George Garmany. James is actually a native Coloradan born in Aurora. And as a youth in the Scouts, he was involved with numerous service churches, parks, and other local nonprofits. And for 5 summers, he actually worked with the Boy Scouts in West Virginia, organizing and leading Scouts in trail building and conservation projects. He graduated in the spring of 2018 from the University of Colorado in Boulder with a BA in political science and a minor in philosophy. And what do you think his current position is? He is a district executive with Longs Peak Council, Boy Scouts of America. He serves scouting programs in Boulder County and parts of Weld County. And he had something on his list, which I thought I would throw this out to everyone. He said the most prominent goal in his life is to be a servant leader in my community for as long as I live. Is that BRC or not? Okay. Questions, are you ready?
Sure.
You were an Eagle Scout, and as an Eagle Scout, which is an accomplishment in itself to achieve that you always wanted to serve in the community?
I'm sorry, but say that.
You were an Eagle Scout.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Which is to you an accomplishment that you achieved, that you decided to think about, I really want to serve the community?
Oh, man. I guess it's really hard to pinpoint one scenario. I just, I was just brought up in an upbringing where I was taught to put the needs of others before the needs of myself and to serve the community. So it's really hard to pinpoint one specific circumstance. Yeah, so that's kind of a difficult question for me to answer.
Ooh, okay. But I like your community service, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So tell us a little bit about yourself, about your hobbies. What do you enjoy?
Yeah, so I love playing golf. I love watching sports, the Broncos and the CU Buffs. I love reading books. I always try to be reading a book at any point in time. And then other than that, I just like getting outside. I like doing hiking and anything outdoor related, rock climbing, and just spending time with friends and family. So those are pretty much my hobbies.
Wonderful. And how do you feel, because not many people reach that high level of Eagle Scout, so it's like you just went up the ladder. So how is Boulder Rotary Club right now and the 4-way test impacting you in your life?
Yeah, so I think it's an opportunity for me to give back during my adult years and to have some volunteer time as well, to give back in the community. Professionally, I still work for the Scouts, but I think it's important for me to be giving back and serving the community as a volunteer as well. So I feel like Boulder Rotary Club is a good opportunity for me to give back and be connected in the community, do some meaningful service, and just have a good time and fellowship.
Wonderful. And I hope you join and participate in some of these youth organizations, since you really enjoy working with, the young people and future leaders. So I'd like to welcome you, James Williamson, to our Boulder Rotary Club from red to blue. And I hope everybody here welcomes you when you start meeting in person. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. Welcome again, James, and thank you so much. And NCW, our wonderful, wonderful NCW. Thank you. All right, Dr. George Russell, are there any birthdays today?
There certainly is. I do want to sing a little song written by Jack Clemens about the frustration of life. And I'm going to sing it a cappella. From the back door of your life, I've been swept out, dear. In the breadline of your dreams, I lost my place. And now you're the table of your love, I got the brush off. At the Indianapolis of your heart, I lost the race. Well, I've been washed down the sink of your conscience. In the theater of your love, I lost my part. And now you say you've got me out of your conscience. I've been flushed from the bathroom of your heart. In the garbage disposal of your dreams, I've been ground up, dear. On the river of your plans, I'm up the creek. And the elevator of your future, I've been shafted. On the calendar of your event, I'm last week. Well, I've been washed down the sink of your conscience. In the theater of your love, I lost my part. And now you say you've got me out of your conscience. I've been flushed from the bathroom of your heart. So that shows a little frustration. Our birthday boy today is Bob Stunkel. Bob, are you unmuted?
Yes, George, and thank you. As Julie and I were returning after 2 months in Sarasota, Florida, on the eve of my May Day birthday, and it was precisely as our Rotary meeting was taking place on that Friday, I was reflecting on this past uncommon year. And I am so appreciative, also having been in 2 different homes, how our club has adjusted and our leadership responded to this situation. And where we have even had new elements during this time. And the quality of our Rotary life has really been strong through this whole time. And I am very appreciative. What I long for now, and that is really a reflection that ties into our theme of today, is those in-person conversations of being together on Fridays. I have always, in my 40 plus years of Boulder Rotary membership, felt strongly about the second avenue of Rotary service, which is our club service, and that is fellowship. And our conversations are essential to that. Over the table, in line, sometimes even wrapping up the Rotary meeting day with in conversations with friends. I'm very thankful for these meaningful conversations, which are more and more essential, and we'll value them as we come back together. And thank you for the fellowship of these years and for the anticipation of conversations together.
Well, happy birthday to you, Bob. And I want anyone else who wants to say something during their birthday month to give me a call and we'll set you up a time. Thank you very much. Back to you, Sally.
All right. Thank you very much. Happy birthday, Bob. And thank you, Dr. Russell. And yes, as Dr. Russell was mentioning, sitting at the birthday table virtually and donating helps our scholarship program. So thank you for everybody who does come and share their birthdays with us. It's very important. All right. And now, Fred, if you could roll the brew, please.
Is that engine a wankle? Hello, Rotarians and guests, and thank you for being here today. Don't forget to get your vaccine. Don't forget to be inclusive. And don't forget that May is Youth Service Month.
This weekend was a great weekend for Rotary. So Friday night started out with our district conference with Bob Kemp. And then Saturday we moved on to the food drive to benefit Sister Carmen. Thank you all who participated. And a big thank you to Ben Gilo for organizing the food drive.
And unfortunately, due to a giant desert haboob that hit Lafayette, the Moto movie had to be canceled. But it's going to be rescheduled soon. And we're looking forward to your participation and seeing you for a night at the movies.
Congratulations to past President Mike Brady. He's received his 2nd degree black belt.
Wow, there he is winning. And remember, if you want to be in the brew, send us your accomplishments. You can get your 2nd degree black belt like Mike Brady or have a baby like Ben Gilo. But we'll put you in the brew.
The Behavioral Wellness Committee and Natural Highs invites you to the next Intergenerational Philosophy Circle. It'll be on Saturday, May 15th, 4 to 5:30 p.m. on Zoom. Contact Norma Portnoy for more information.
And Michael Weatherax forwarded this awesome thank you note he got from the Mapleton School, thanking the Boulder Rotary Club Foundation, the GAM Fund, and the Endowment for Education for supporting them through the literacy initiative with books.
Gary Kahn has informed me that 19 people have signed up for the Roots of Injustice, Seeds of Change. If you want to join them, contact Gary.
Or look for the link in the rib. And next week's program, President-elect Chad Stam, the Rotary Year Ahead, and the unveiling of the 2021-2022 Rotary theme. Don't miss it. All right, just going over the weekend and next week's forecast. But, you know, what's a Rotarian gonna do anyways? I'll tell you what.
I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again.
Everybody, say it with us now. Have a great weekend.
That's right. Rotarians always take the positive spin on things. So even though it's going to rain, we're going to have a great one. Cassidy, I think that you have the results and they were in that long chat and I've lost them, but can I call on you to read the results of our poll? She's still here?
Yes, you can. So we asked 3 questions. Essentially, we were trying to find out if people are ready to meet in person, and the vast majority are ready to meet in person. If they were willing to meet outdoors with possibly a meal outdoors, and this has to do with the JCC regulations and also our local ordinances as well. About 32% said yes to that, and then 66% and a little above that for the people who weren't able to do the poll themselves said they are ready, willing, and able to meet indoors at the JCC, even if we do not have a meal involved. So thank you everyone for answering our short poll on this really important and oh so fun next step.
Thank you so much, Cassidy, for putting that together and compiling everything. And all of that information is really going to help the homecoming committee when we're making our decisions. So thank you so much. And I hope you all have a great week. Meeting adjourned.